All right, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the new and improved summer edition of SlagsTube, The Revenge, aka Hot Slags Summer. All right, it is Monday morning, beautiful, early, sunny, gorgeous Monday morning, July the 20th. We want to talk about our famous celebrity guest on the show today. He's not here, but of course his name is. That is Vin Diesel, ladies and gentlemen, 53 years old, most famous for stretching his expression I am Groot to mean so many different things. I know a lot of people really enjoyed those movies. I personally found his performance as Groot a little bit wooden. But moving right along, 53 years old, as he might say, a quarter mile of a time, all right? So we are moving on to this day in history. In 1881, Chief of the Sioux, Sitting Bull, surrendered to the U.S. forces. What had happened 5 years earlier, George Armstrong Custer was defeated at the Battle of Little Bighorn. Although Sitting Bull was not a war chief, he was a spiritual influence to leaders such as Crazy Horse that eventually, of course, massacred Custer there in Custer's Last Stand. This is about 5 years after Sitting Bull had gathered his remaining Native American forces, and he had actually fled into Canada, gotten away, escaped from the U.S. Army. Unfortunately, it was the harsh Canadian winter out there in the tundra, forcing Sitting Bull to turn his troops around, to bring his women, his children, his sick, his wounded back into the United States, where, of course, he did surrender in a somewhat sad moment. But Sitting Bull, extremely important spiritual leader of the Sioux Nation. Okay, so moving into Hot Slag Summer. As you guys know, we're doing the P2, Positive Psychology, which is the 24 character strengths. We've talked about this a little bit already, okay? Obviously for the thousands in attendance and the millions and millions watching at home, okay? Or the three of you there, my man, Sonny T right there. We got Dominic the Dominator, and of course Dan the Man Davis, okay? Right in front of us. And of course, at home on your television set, I'm talking to you. My man, Unique, the Rebounding Freak Brown, okay? I'm glad you're all here with me, okay? I'm here as well. Let's get going, all right? So, you have a list in front of you of the first 5 P2 character strengths or character traits that we're gonna look at on here. What I want you to do is define these words kind of with your own meaning in your own words. Don't go just on a dictionary or don't go just to Google with this, kind of what it means to you. And I want you to give an example, either an example from your own life or someone personally you feel that embodies these characteristics, someone who, acts this way, and a little bit, maybe a little anecdote, a little story, a little reason, a little picture. Just give me something here, all right, to tie the word to the person, okay? I think that's very important. So the first 5 that we're gonna look at here on your sheet, bravery, leadership, judgment, humor, and love of learning, which I know you guys, of course, have all cultivated deep in your hearts, all right? So, as we move on to that, go ahead, write those 5 terms down. Go ahead, maybe talk to your sub today, your TA, talk to your friends, talk to your parents, talk to your family about maybe someone who embodies those characteristics, right? Somebody who personifies those characteristics, right? An exemplar of those characteristics, okay? Am I throwing enough words at you here? I hope so. I hope they stick, right? So, someone who is brave. Don't just write, Mr. Slags is brave, right? Right? A reason why he's brave, right? If you saw maybe your uncle jump into a stream to rescue a kid who was drowning, that's brave, right? So write that, right? My uncle jumped into a stream. That proves that he is brave, courageous, all right? That's what I'm looking for. Just give me a little tidbit, a little kind of story hook. You don't have to give me the whole novel, right? Just enough to make me want to keep reading, and then you can stop writing, okay? We're going to move on to the next thing, into our critical thinking, problem-solving unit. This is what we're going to be focusing on all summer for the 6-week session. We're going to be focused on critical thinking and problem-solving. Of course, this is real-time critical thinking, real-time problem-solving, all right? So we're watching, for example, The Floor is Lava, okay? The Netflix wonderful series. We already watched the first episode, okay? And we have the ability, like I said when we watched it, we have the ability to pause the tape and say, oh, I don't know, that looks like a risky jump, right? This person is trying to get from point A to point B, and they're taking those short, sure steps, or they're trying to go with that fast, quick, like, let me win this $10,000 big leap of faith, right? And now we have the ability to both pause the tape and kind of debate amongst ourselves. Do you think he can make it? I don't know. What's the furthest he's ever jumped? I don't know, right? We also have the ability, the hindsight or the retrospect, right? They say hindsight is 20/20, meaning you have perfect vision when you see something that already happened, okay? So now if we see the guy try to jump from the pyramid, okay, kick down the obelisk and make that big leap, and as we saw in the very first episode, spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, nobody made it off the pyramid. Everybody who jumped onto the pyramid ended up in, unfortunately, the lava, right? So now we know if our team, our classroom, were to go onto that show and attempt that room, none of us would dare set foot on that mighty Egyptian monolith, the pyramid, right? Because we know no one's made it off alive. Now, the contestants who jump onto the pyramid, they don't know that. They don't have any idea that this is some kind of horrible lava flow death trap, right? They only know that it looks like a good idea. It's something big that they're going to jump onto, okay? So, remember, we're talking about real-time critical thinking and problem solving, just like those guys on the pyramid are thinking. They're up there, they think it's a good idea, and they only know it's not a good idea when their foot starts to slip and too late, eliminated. Oh no, they will not be winning that $10,000, okay? So remember that. If you're ever on that show, do not attempt to climb the pyramid. I want you guys to do your writing assignment for today. It's gonna be a recent decision you made that you are unhappy with. You can be unhappy with the decision, or you can be unhappy with the outcome, okay? It should be a real example from your life. It shouldn't be something made up. It shouldn't be something in a game or a book or a movie or a story. It should be something really from your own real life where you made a decision and you're unhappy with the way it turned out. I want you to just include some detail, some facts about the outcome, right? Kind of paint me a picture, right? My dog right now, very unhappy with the outcome of being locked in a room this morning while we're recording the SlagsTube, okay? Critical thinking, decision making, maybe I should have walked in first, but too late now. We're doing it in real time and we're gonna have to push through the barking. So, standard 3-paragraph essay form, introduction, right? Recently I made a decision that I'm unhappy with. It was blank. Go right into the body, give me a couple sentences, flesh it out, 5 to 7 should be fine, okay? And then a conclusion where if I have the opportunity to do this again, that's just an example hook, you could say, I would try X, right? Should be about a page, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. You get crazy, you want to get creative, go ahead, write it up, all right? No one's gonna ever blame you for writing too much here, okay? So that's our second part. Our third part is a list of our critical thinking vocab. Now this one I do want you to go to the dictionary for, either the dictionary or Google, a reputable source, a sub, a TA, a parent, a grandparent, somebody who's got a vast group of knowledge that they can pull from, okay? So you have this sheet in front of you. It starts with critical thinking, problem solving, consequences, outcome, hindsight, retrospect, parkour, obelisk, fortnight, and fortnight. You will notice those two fortnights are spelled differently. Obviously, they are two separate words. I need two separate definitions, okay? You're gonna write the definition. You can write it exactly as it is, and then you're going to use it in a sentence properly, okay? So this is very easy. You guys know how to do this stuff. This work should take you about 2 periods. If you're working at home, maybe about an hour and a half. And we have plenty of other stuff for you to do today. Of course, the specials are open. We're going to be rocking and rolling with Senor Lundgren down in the music room, the Casa de Music. And of course, we will be seeing our famous Kochi and his famous socks, all right, for PE today. So, aside from that, we are set. It is a beautiful morning. I hope you guys use your time wisely. I hope you get your work done. I hope you have a good day. Everyone get along with each other. I will be back in the classroom tomorrow, Tuesday, the 21st. So don't get crazy. I'll be there with you and we will move right along. Okay? All right. I hope you have a great day. Until next time, take it easy. All right, we good? Let's hit it.